the Shondells. Tommy James coming to the Genesee Theater in Waukegan this Saturday, November 11th, for one show at 8 p.m. And guess who has tickets to give away this morning? Me. We'll give away some tickets around 7 o'clock this morning. So if you want a family 4-pack of tickets to go see Tommy James in concert, Saturday, 8 p.m. at the Genesee Theater. Beautiful old movie theater. They converted into a concert venue. Just a gorgeous theater. I saw Jerry Seinfeld there a couple of years ago. Just a beautiful place to be. Some of the biggest stars in show business appear at the Genesee Theater. And Tommy James is going to be there. You can win tickets coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. I think it's 7 o'clock we'll give them away this morning. Just after 7 o'clock, okay? Well, let's make it about 7:20. We'll give them away. How's that? 7:20. Maybe 7:29. We'll see. In 7 o'clock hour, we'll give them away. Or maybe just before 7 o'clock. I'm trying to figure out where to give these away. All right, so we've got tickets to give away to Tommy James and the Shondells, or just Tommy James in this case. You know what he does now? He's a disc jockey. Yeah, Tommy James is actually a DJ on the radio. Not full time. I think he does it one day a week on the weekends. But that's what he does. And he sounds great, too. And he's got such a wealth of knowledge of 1960s rock and roll. So it's fun to listen to him. I'm Don Rosen, 608. Good morning at WRJ and clear skies. If you look up at the sky right now, you'll see a beautiful crescent moon with a planet. I don't think it's a star. I think it's a planet right in front of it. And I don't know which planet that is. I'm not sure. It's a planet, though, because it's not twinkling. So that means it's a planet. But it's beautiful. Just it's in the let's see, that would be hold on a second. That'd be east, southeastern sky. I think, yeah, more in the east, southeastern sky. Take a check of it. It's really beautiful to look at this morning. Coming up later today, it's 6:30. We're going to be talking to John Couture. John Couture, up until recently, worked for Ingram Video. Ingram was the biggest supplier of DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks to box stores like Walmart and Target and Best Buy. They were the supplier. On October 31st, they went out of business. Why? Well, we'll ask John Couture that question. He also ran VideoETA.com, the most popular video site, to see what's coming out on Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K. That's gone as well. What's going on out there? My good buddy John Couture is going to be by to talk about it. Plus, he has a very interesting new job, and it has to do with rock and roll celebrities. We'll talk about that, 6:30. At 7:30, one of my favorite ladies of radio, Michelle Vetterkind, is going to be here. Michelle is the head of the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association. I think President CEO is her title. I got to double-check that. I always screw up people's titles. I don't want to do it this time. Michelle's going to be here to talk about not only the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association, but some of the programs they have for young people who want to get into the broadcasting business, not only radio, but television as well. And she'll be talking about how young people can get into the business. They have programs there. And they have programs for old people like me, too. And a couple of years ago, I was given the opportunity to take their business program. Not just, the business radio, but business. And the company that I worked for at the time, Bliss Communications, which owned this station, spent thousands of dollars to send me there for 3 years. Believe it or not. And I graduated. And to this day, I still use the briefcase I got at graduation. It's sitting right next to me here for the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association. So they have a wealth of programs, and we're going to talk about some of those with Michelle coming up at 7:30 this morning. And we do have those Tommy James tickets to give away as well, so your chance to win is coming up. Stuart J. Waddles told me that planet I'm looking at by the crescent moon is Venus. Too bad we don't have the Frankie Avalon song, Venus, goddess of love that you are. Remember Venus, big hit song? Yeah, you remember it's sung by a professional, though. All right, are you in a good mood or bad mood? If you're in a bad mood, I'm going to change that. I think I'm going to change that. Maybe this poem will help you get into a better mood. And it's not just any poem. A shoe company named, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, is it ASICS? A-S-I-C-S? Am I saying that right? ASICS? They commissioned a poet and a music producer to create a poem that would put you in a better mood just by listening to it. Does it work? Well, you'll have to listen to it to decide. The poem is called Nothing Feels Better. It's on YouTube and streaming platforms, but you don't have to do that because I'm going to play it for you right now. Nothing feels better. Let's see if it puts you in a good mood or not. Are you ready? Let's give it a listen.
It can feel gloomy in here. The overwhelm, the sleepy sludge. Fighting off the thought of just for a day giving up. Screaming, give me a break. Why can't waking up be enough? Breaking up with faking thoughts of everything is fine, thanks. Because it's not. Being human is tough. I need time to show myself some love. I want to shake my body until it releases tiny voices that sing songs my head can shake off. I want to bathe in the commotion. I want to become the very notion of a transformation. I am every ounce, stretch and bounce of feeling. I am the crowd of my mind's elation, showing myself with every minute that what I never thought possible, even this morning, will keep on shifting. With the bass thump of my heart, with the pace of my feet, all of this meets. In my mind, nothing feels better than this brilliance, than this healthy, empowered, committed moment.
So what do you think? You think you feel better? That's what it is. It's supposed to make you feel better. It's supposed to put you in a better mood. I'm in a good mood from it. Actually, it's not bad. It's not a bad poem. I don't know if you're depressed or you're full of anxiety, if that's going to help you. It might. It might. 6:13 at WRJN. Looking for sunshine today with a high near 51 degrees. Did I say 51? Holy mackerel, 51. Tonight, a clear sky, lows around 35, and tomorrow sunny with a high near 46. You know, coming up in the next week, it's going to be 60 degrees outside. Remember a week ago, we were scraping the ice off our cars, couldn't get our trunks opened up to get the scrapers out because the trunk was covered in ice? Maybe that was just me. All right. Let's see what else we have for you this morning to wake you up. All right. Did you ever want to hit somebody in the face with a cake? No, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. There's a bakery chain now that has to put warning labels on their cake boxes. Do not hit anybody in the face with their cakes. And the reason is it can cause serious injury. Obviously, they put something in the cake, a clip, to hold it together. And I guess someone threw it and someone got hurt. And now there's a warning label on there that says do not hit anybody in the face with this cake. Pies are probably okay. I did that once. A fellow radio friend at the first station I worked at, Bob Otone, it was his birthday. And it wasn't a real pie. What I did was I took a plate, filled it up with whipped cream, and I have a photograph of it on my phone, him just dripping in this. He was on the radio, and he yelled, Bob, and he quick turned around, and I hit him in the face with this. It went all over the place. And I mashed it in his face and his hair and everything. I have a picture of it. He was one of my best friends in radio. He was no longer with us, but he was a good friend to have. Bob Otone. What a great name for radio, huh? You know how sometimes criminals, and you see this on Dateline all the time, they're sitting in jail waiting for their trial, and they can't help but blab about their exploits to their cellmate. They tell everybody else, they didn't do it. I didn't commit the murder. I didn't do anything. Yet, they blabbed to their cellmates how they committed it. Well, this guy blabbed before he committed the crime. 41-year-old guy in Maine. He ordered a rideshare to a local TJ Maxx, and while he was driving there, he blabbed to the driver how he's going to rob the place. The driver dropped him off, called the cops. He was arrested just before he robbed the place. Isn't that weird that you would blab to somebody, I'm going to commit a crime, so here I go. Unless you wanted to get caught. Maybe you did want to get caught. Revenge. You ever get revenge on somebody? I'm not a big revenge person because I know that always comes back to bite you. This woman wanted to get even with her cheating ex. How do you do that? Now, she didn't post any nude pictures of him, nothing salacious. What she did was she got a hold of his mother's secret pizza recipe. His mother has since passed away, but she had a secret pizza recipe that nobody knew. She got the recipe and posted it on Facebook for the world to see. A secret? No more. Speaking about people passing away, 91-year-old guy, a yogurt enthusiast, loved yogurt. Now, he passed away just, I think, last week. He went viral back about 4 years ago. I don't know how this happened, but he inadvertently ate paint thinking it was yogurt. Did somebody fill up a yogurt cup with vanilla paint? And he ate the paint, which is, I don't know if there's lead in the paint. I don't know what's in it, but it can't be good for you. But he didn't die from it. He lived 4 more years in good health. But still, it's kind of nasty, huh? Bruce Springsteen makes a surprise appearance at Monday's Stand Up for Heroes benefit show. His first performance since he was treated for peptic ulcer disease. I saw it. He looked great. I mean, I don't know how he was feeling, but he looked great. Yeah. The man accused of killing Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas. I was in Vegas shortly after that happened. He's going to face trial next June. They caught him. A live-action Legend of Zelda. If you're into the Legend of Zelda video games, I am not. But if you are into it, full-length movie in the works. And the Marvel seems to be headed for a disappointing opening for a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Now, tomorrow, Brett Hoffman's going to be here from Marcus Theaters. He will be here in the 7:30. He'll be here at 7:30 tomorrow. And he will be... when do we hear anything? Oh, there we go. He will be here tomorrow morning, and we'll talk about the weekend box office top 5 from last weekend. We'll see how well the movie did. We'll find out what new movies are coming out as well. So that'll be Brett. I don't know what's playing there. It's whatever it is, it's not right. That's not right either. Where is it? It's here somewhere. There it is. You know what I think I need? Some artificial intelligence. Sunshine today. Highs near 51 degrees. It's going to be one gorgeous day today. A clear night tonight. A sunshiny day tomorrow. It looks like a weekend coming up is going to be beautiful as well. Right now, clear skies. Gorgeous. 41 degrees all around southeastern Wisconsin. It's WRJ, and I'm Don Rosen. You got to keep it right here. Tommy James and the Shondells, Crystal Blue Persuasion. We're giving away tickets this morning to Tommy James appearing at the Genesee Theater in Waukegan. We've got tickets to give away, a family 4-pack today. He's going to be there this Saturday, November 11th at 8 p.m.
Ain't it beautiful?
I told you earlier, he's this jockey on the radio now and performing all over the country at the same time. So a busy guy, Tommy James. I don't think he's bringing the Shondells with him. I'm not sure. We have to check on that. Hey, coming up tomorrow, we're going to celebrate Veterans Day, and I know I'm going to screw up this guy's name. He is the Racine County Commander of the Bixby-Hanson Auxiliary of the American Legion Post number 171. It's Frank Koneska. I hope I'm saying that right, Frank. Frank's going to join us here. We're going to talk about Veterans Day, which is Saturday, but since I'm not here Saturday, we're going to talk about it Friday morning. Also, coming up, Alderperson, Melissa Caprillion is going to be here as well. And I mentioned that Brett Hoffman's going to be here, too. So, should be some good times tomorrow. And today as well with John Couture, formerly of Ingram Home Video and VideoETA.com, and Michelle Vetterkind of the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association. All right. I had something here. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. We talked earlier in the week, we talked about paranormal activity. Ron Helmick from the paranormal people here in Racine, the investigators. And I came across this article right after I spoke to him. If you experienced some kind of paranormal activity in your house, would you move? would you try to get out of there? 49% of people say yes, they've experienced some kind of paranormal activity in their house. About 13% actually moved out of it. And people ask for a 20% discount if they find that a house is haunted. And since the people who are probably desperate to sell it and want to get out of there, They usually take that bad offer of a 20% discount. I never lived in a haunted house, although I told you my wife and I saw something, a shadow on the wall once. It's just a shadow. You know, anything could cause a shadow, but it was a spooky shadow. And I got nervous when I saw it. Wasn't willing to move over it, but I got nervous. All right, this is one of those games where you would play, would you rather? I'll give you two choices, would you rather? For example, would you rather win the lottery and lose all your friends or lose all your money and find your soulmate? How greedy are you? 59% of people said they'd rather be broke and in love. No money, find their soulmate. I agree. Because money can't buy love. Didn't the Beatles say that? Money can't buy you love. Would you rather have a job you hate that pays well or a job you love with a below average salary? 56% of people, again, don't want the money. They want a job that they love. And when you think about it, you're spending 1/3 your life at your job. So you better like your job. Would you rather spend $1 million on clothing or $1 million on travel? Well, if you saw my wardrobe, you know I don't spend a lot of money on clothing. 88% want to hit the road with that money. They want to travel. I don't blame them. I think I'd want to do that too. Would you rather get $1 million right now, or would you rather get $100,000 a year for 10 years? 71% of people want to get the $100,000 a year, and you know why? So they wouldn't spend it all. I think Oprah, I'm trying to remember if Oprah did this several years ago. She had on the air all these people that won the multi-million-dollar jackpots. And it wasn't like it is today where you win $1 billion. These people won, 10, 20, $30 million, which is a lot of money, but it's not $1 billion. And they all had bad experiences with the money. One guy bought a bowling alley with his money and it went broke. Other people made investments, it went broke. And they all lost all their money. Now, these people won millions of dollars, and they all would take it back and not win the money if they had to do it all over again. I always said if I won a jackpot, the first thing I do is call Dolores. Dolores is my person who does my taxes. She's been doing my taxes since I'm 18 years old. Every year, she does my taxes. So I would call her first. I get her a first class airplane ticket to fly out to see me, and then she would take complete control because I trust her. You know why I trust her? Because all the years she's doing my taxes, I never went to prison. So that's why I trust her. She's going to keep me out of prison, and I love her, Dolores. Yeah, I got to get her something special one day for just doing my taxes. That's great. The Guinness Book of World Records. We've all seen it. We've all heard about it. But how did it get started? This is a fun fact for this morning. The Guinness Book of World Records exists only because the director of Guinness Breweries had an argument back in 1951 over which game bird is faster, the golden plover or the red grouse. He thought there should be a book to help settle bar arguments, so he created the Book of World Records. And by the way, in case you're interested, the faster bird is the golden plover, in case you didn't know. Do you ever go to a hotel room and you see the toiletries there and you swipe them, you steal them? You're not really stealing them because the toiletries are there for you to take. They're not going to keep them. They're going to throw them out. They just replace them every day. It's just the way it is. So you're not stealing them. But how many people think they're stealing them and actually take them? Turns out most of us do. 58% of people in America say they usually steal the toiletries from the hotel room, even though it's not stealing them. And that includes 23% only do it if they open them while they're there. They take them. And again, they're not going to reuse them. 35% do it no matter what. Now, if you take the television, that's stealing. And I did hear a story. We've read stories on the air in the past about people who do steal big items. You ever notice the pictures in a hotel room are bolted to the wall? There's a reason for that. Because people steal them. They bolt down everything they possibly can. And by the way, usually when you go to a hotel, you got to give them your credit card. And if anything's missing, they're going to charge you for it. When I went to Vegas once, we stayed at the Palazzo. It was brand new hotel, the Palazzo. And they had an honor bar there. And, you open up the little bar. Oh, they got drinks, they got sodas, they got everything laying in there. It's really nice. However, this particular one had a sensor in it. So the minute you moved any of the items in that little refrigerator, you got charged for it. They were all sitting on a sensor. And, of course, you don't know that when you first open it up. So, and then you get your bill. Even though you didn't drink it or eat the candy, as soon as you touch it, the sensor goes off. And you get charged for it. Now, that's in Vegas. I don't know if they do that anywhere else. So we're going across the hallway to one of the suites. And we said, can we take a look at it? They were cleaning it up, and the lady cleaning it up said, sure, come on in. And they were emptying out the entire contents of the Honor Bar. Liquor, alcohol, everything, drinks, candy. They were throwing them out because they were paid for because they moved the sensor. So they had to throw them out because they're already paid for. She said, do you want any of it before I toss it? I think we took a candy bar or something like that. Not much. All right. Coming up in just a moment, John Couture, formerly of VideoETA.com and formerly of Ingram Home Video. We're going to find out what's going on in the world of DVDs, Blu-rays, and so forth. That's straight ahead at WRJN. Right out, clear skies, 41 degrees around Racine and the surrounding communities. Thanks for joining us at WRJN. Tommy James and the Shondells. Tommy James coming to the Genesee Theater in Waukegan. And you'll have a chance to win tickets coming up, I believe, in the 7 o'clock hour. Got a family 4-pack of tickets to give away today. We have more tickets to give away tomorrow in case you don't get them. So stay tuned. Tommy James. The concert is Saturday at 8 p.m. at the Genesee Theater. What a beautiful theater. They've got the biggest celebrities in show business there. I was saying that I saw Jerry Seinfeld there about 2 years ago, was performing at the Genesee Theater. I think Jay Leno was just there recently. It's a beautiful old movie palace, and they converted it into a concert venue. So Tommy James going to be there this Saturday, and you can win tickets coming up soon right here at WRJN, 1400 AM, 99.9 FM, 98.1 FM. It's clear right now and 41 degrees, sunshine today with a high near 51. I want to say good morning to a friend of mine, John Couture. Although we never met in person, we talk all the time. John Couture, formerly of Ingram Entertainment, formerly of VideoETA.com. Hey, good morning, John. How are you?
Wonderful, Don. Thank you for having me on.
Good. Now, the reason you're formerly is because not because they didn't like what you were doing. Your company went out of business. And I guess...
Yes,
go ahead.
Oh, yes, that's true. Yep.
So, and the main thing Ingram Entertainment did, you supplied DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks to the big box stores, to libraries. You were the biggest supplier, really, in America, right?
Yeah, absolutely. For over 35 years, we were the largest supplier of home entertainment packaged media. And we diversified into music and video games over the years, but it's just the way the business has taken a turn recently. It just wasn't profitable, the same model with the same scale. So they made a decision earlier this year, a couple months ago, that they were going to exit the home entertainment business, and unfortunately, puts me out of a job, but also took down our website, Video ETA, which is one of the most popular home entertainment release date websites out there.
And that's how I met you. I used to go to VideoETA.com, and don't bother going there. It's not there anymore. There's a there's a message saying they're not there anymore. But that's how I met you, because I went on VideoETA.com, and I called one day. I said, anybody could talk on the radio. This is a couple of years back. Anybody could talk on the radio about DVDs, and I think Blu-rays were just coming out. And you said, yep, I'll do it. And for years, we've been talking at different radio stations around the country. And we'll talk about your new job later on. But what happened to DVDs and Blu-rays? I have at least 1,000 of them. And I know we've shared pictures about people who have their entire houses dedicated to DVDs and Blu-rays, including a guy who actually built his basement into a vintage video store. That is amazing to see. You gave me that video of that guy who built that thing in his basement. So what happened to DVDs and Blu-rays?
Well, Don, nothing really crazy happened to DVDs and Blu-rays. They're still out there. It's still a very profitable business for the studios. It makes up the most percentage of their home entertainment business. Yes, Disney and HBO, they all have their own streaming service. But the funny thing is they can get a lot of people to sign up, but they haven't found a way to make those streaming services turn a profit yet. It's kind of one of those weird things where, in terms of how we do our business, it was at such a scale that, we were supplying, back in the day, we were supplying Blockbuster when they first came out until they went direct. Really what the studios, decided is a long time ago is that they were going to take a lot of the business with the big box, direct to them. So, if you look at a Target or Walmart, a lot of the product that you see in stores is brought in not by us, which was done in the past, but directly from individual suppliers like Paramount and Disney and such like that. So the real problem is that we try to pivot and we started doing consumer direct fulfillment where if you went to Target.com, for instance, we were actually doing the pick pack.
Hello, I think I lost you. Still there? Nope. I lost his phone. Hello. I don't know where he went. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to have to reconnect with him. I don't know what happened to him there. Oh, well, I'll reconnect. I'll call him back. I know I was calling his cell phone. And anyway, while I'm doing that, you can hear this. Hold on.
Put us on the...
You there? Hold on a second. All right, now we're back on the air. I got John Couture back on with me now. So we were talking about what happened in the world of DVD and Blu-ray, and you say they're still around. People, they're still selling them. People still buy them. But was it streaming that hurt DVDs and Blu-rays?
Yeah, we've had a lot of hits over the years, a lot of things that went against our business. But really, ever since the pandemic, the shift of the entertainment industry really changed a bit. People were more comfortable in their home. A lot of people started getting into streaming more so than ever before. As well as internet companies realized that with the pandemic that they need to boost the internet signal at a lot of homes. So they started doing a lot of promotions to get a lot faster high band into a lot more places. So it made streaming a more attractive option for a lot of people.
Now, see, I love DVDs, and I'll tell you why. When I want to go watch a Columbo episode, I just pull out my DVDs and I can watch any episode I want. With streaming, there are channels that run only Columbo where you can see them, but they could pull them at a moment's notice and say, well, we're taking Columbo off for now. But you still have to pay the monthly fee.
Exactly. Yeah, that has been the biggest complaint. It really, interestingly enough, is a lot of the streamers are starting to do that because they're realizing they can't make money with their own product. Like HBO was famous for doing this. They took off Westworld, which is one of their popular TV shows, from their Max app, and because they're going to license that content to other streamers. So you basically have to play like roulette or musical chairs, trying to figure out where a particular product or content is going to be sold or streamed online. So then that's really kind of fueled a little bit of an insurgence to kind of go back to physical media. A lot of people like you and I who are big physical media fans are saying that, that's why we need physical media, is that we need to have the ability to always own that product. Because even if you stream it or even if you buy it from a digital place, they go out of business, or they sell the rights to that content, you're out of luck.
Now, streaming services started raising their prices recently. And And
Yes.
there were two different kinds. There's the ad supported with commercials, and there's the kind you don't have the ads, and the non-commercial ones tend to go up faster. And if you want everything you want to see for your family, there was a commercial on TV recently where it said, we have too many streaming services, so we have to make a cut. And Grandma, you've got to go. Remember that one? I'm going to kick Grandma out of the house because they have too many streaming services. And I think they said, well, let's get Max, and that's got everything. Well, Max doesn't have everything.
No.
Disney Plus has a lot. Max has it. I can't think of all the streaming services. Hulu's, they have all these streaming services. And if you want to have all the programming that you want, you could pay well over $100 a month to get all that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the streaming services got their start as being the quote unquote the cord cutters. The ones that wanted to get away from those high dollar cable prices and cut the cord as it will. But you're right. The a la carte service is a great idea in itself. But once you get to the practicality of it, once you see, I need this and I need my Netflix shows and I need my Disney Plus shows, you start adding it up and it gets to be about $100 or plus more a month. So you're right there where you were paying for the cord cutters.
And it's
go
ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
And I was just going to say that, you mentioned about, ads versus everything else, prices going up. I mean, even Max this week just announced that they're increasing the price if you want 4K content, which was something they've always included free in their pricing. But now they're like, it's an additional tier. So like I said, the problem is with the streamers is, they're popular. They got a lot of subscribers, but they haven't found a way yet to make any money, to make it profitable.
And everything I've had became obsolete. I started out with Beta, the videotape Beta. I started out with Beta.
Yes.
Then I switched to VHS when Beta started to go bye-bye. Then I switched to laser discs, which I have about 100 or so laser discs. I even have one autographed by the director of the movie They Shoot Horses, Don't They? He signed my laser disc. I have that signed. I have all these deluxe editions, and I have 2 laser disc players. That went bye-bye. Then they came out with DVDs, and they tried to push that away with Blu-rays. Then they came out with 4K, and they tried to push Blu-rays away. Yep. Is there anything physical after 4K, or is that the end of the line for us?
That's a good question, and you hit all the formats except for HD DVD, which was the competitor for Blu-ray before Sony put the Blu-ray player into their PS3 game station and basically won that battle. Right now, everyone's pretty much agreed upon that 4K is probably going to be the final home physical media. Even though there's 8K TVs out there and there's 8K content, it's even more rare than the 4K content. We just don't see that there's a real market for 8K content. And it's possible. Maybe the studios, when vinyl had a big resurgence recently, it's possible that maybe there's a big resurgence for home entertainment in a physical model, and maybe some studios will take a chance on 8K format. I figure someone might at some point if there's a demand for it, but right now, 4K UHD is probably going to be the last physical home entertainment platform.
And I know my neighbor told me recently, I got rid of my DVD player. Why did you get rid of your DVD player? First of all, you should have told me. I would have taken it. But why did you get rid of your DVD? I know. By the way, when I was a little kid, I used to collect 8mm movies. They were little 3-inch reels of silent 8mm movies. It was called Castle Films. And when I was an adult, I looked it up one day to find out Castle Films. It was owned by Universal Pictures. And that's why all these Castle Films I had were Universal Pictures. I was a little kid of 8 years old. I never put 2 and 2 together. But I still have them. The little 8mm movies. My dad had a projector, and I used to show them, charge kids 10 cents, and people loved it. I used to give them a candy bar with their 10 cents, and I used to show movies in my garage. That went bye-bye, too. They're all going. I'm being obsoleted right out of this world. And
I think we all are, Don. Absolutely. Yeah, it's one of those things that, there'll always be a nostalgia factor. There's always going to be somebody who'll definitely want to have, own physical product. And I agree with that, and I'm a big proponent of that. But, I think as a whole, people are just getting used to the convenience of being able to sit on their couch and hit a button and finding something that they enjoy. Yeah.
When I was living in New York, I remember all the 42nd Street movie theaters on every marquee had the phrase "Save Free TV." I never knew what that meant. Save Free TV. and I found out what that was. Cable was just starting, and they didn't want people to pay for cable. So all the 42nd Street theaters had Save Free TV on their marquee, and there were like 9 of them on 42nd Street. And they all had that on, and now I know why, because they tried to say, and it didn't work because cable came around.
It did. Yeah.
And now there are still companies that make DVDs and Blu-rays. I mean, it's not going bye-bye that soon, right?
Oh, yeah, no. There's, in fact, the biggest duplicator recently just reinvested in the technology. They rebranded themselves with a new name, and there's a few companies out there that are really looking to make sure that physical media continues. One of those is Allied Bond. They're known mostly as a manufacturer on demand company. They basically, you want to buy something on DVD, they'll actually print it for you when you order it and then ship it to you. They have a lot of the Warner Classics, Sony Classics type of stuff. They have a lot of relationships with the studios. And basically what they're doing is licensing the content. You know, Sony or Warner doesn't want to carry a big inventory of these older films, but there's definitely an audience for them. And if you want to see, you know, an older film, and you can go to the website and you can actually order it, and they'll manufacture it for you and send it to you.
Now, hold on, John. Hold on,
Yeah.
John Couture, formerly of VideoETA.com and Ingram Entertainment, has a new job. Wait to hear what this job is. It's coming up in just a moment at WRJN. 41 degrees. Sun is coming up. Looks great out there. Highs near 51 today. Yes, we're giving away Tommy James tickets. He's coming to the Genesee Theater in Waukegan Saturday, 8 p.m. one show, and you can win a family 4-pack coming up in just a few moments. A good friend, John Couture, formerly of VideoETA.com, formerly of Ingram Entertainment, the biggest supplier to box stores of entertainment, physical media like DVDs, Blu-rays, and so forth, is here with me. But since you no longer have that job because they closed up October 31st, you have a really interesting new job. And it has to do with celebrities. What is this now?
Yeah, it's a company out of Nashville where I'm located. It's called Stage Pilot. And basically what we do is we super serve the super fan. We partner with artists, musical artists, authors, celebrities, podcasters, you name it. And we connect them to their fans by doing VIP experiences, both online as well as in venue. So if you're a musical act and you do like a sound check, you can get fans to come in, pay a price, go to sound check, meet the band, get autographs. Or if you're an online venue, we do meet and greets online virtually, where you can get in, have 3 or 4 or 5 minutes privately with the artist, and then share that experience. It's just a wonderful way to help make that communication between the fan and the group or person that they like.
So how do I meet Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr?
Probably have a ton of money or donate to their favorite charities. Unfortunately, we don't have them as clients, but yeah, I mean, it's obviously people would love to meet their favorite bands and things. So we have certain clients that we serve, and it's been wonderful.
I can imagine. Now you mentioned the Goo Goo Dolls were one of the clients, right? Did you say that? Yeah.
Yeah, Goo Goo Dolls, Modest Mouse, Lindsey Buckingham. We have a lot of legacy acts as well as a lot of up-and-comer acts that are just getting started. So, we're trying to find our niche. Obviously, there's a lot of competitors out there in the marketplace for this type of service. But, our brand is we hope that, have the best customer service and be able to, make sure the fans have the best experience they can have. Lindsey
Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
And then he went on his own and had a couple of hits, including the theme from Vacation, Holiday Road. But, there was some, if I met with him, I'd ask him about that whole thing he had was it Christy McVie that he had the romance with? Or was that it?
Yes.
Yeah. It broke up. It didn't do well. Something happened. They wrote a song. She wrote a song about it.
Yeah.
I forget this.
She wrote a song about it and made him play it every night.
Talk about
the ultimate get back, right?
Before I talked about how this woman got revenge on her husband by posting his dead mother's secret recipe for pizza on Facebook. But that's better. Write a song about your breakup and have to sing it every single night of your life.
Pretty much.
I interviewed Don Ho. Remember Don Ho had the song Tiny Bubbles? Yeah, he's a big performer in Hawaii. And when you go to Hawaii, you had to go to a Don Ho show because he was Mr. Hawaii. And one day I'm interviewing him, and I said, Tiny Bubbles, you have to sing that song every single night for the rest of your life? He goes, no, I don't. I have to sing it twice a night, every night, for the rest of my life.
Oh, no.
I guess when you have one hit song,
Right.
To me, Lindsey Buckingham is Holiday Road because, Vacation's one of my favorite movies. And
Absolutely.
So if you introduce me to Lindsey Buckingham, I'll just ask him how he likes singing that. Singing that song that Christy McVie wrote for him about their breakup. That's who does that also? Taylor Swift writes about breakups all the time.
Absolutely. Biggest star on the planet right now, yeah.
And,
so can you imagine the double album that's going to come out when her and Travis Kelce found
she's gonna have to write about all the bad things. That's the problem with dating and falling in love with a songwriter, because that's where they get their inspiration from. they get it from.
I don't know.
breakups.
I don't have that experience, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I never had somebody who did any writing. And by the way, coming up in the next hour, I'm going to somebody asked about it, so I'll repeat it. There's a poem that a songwriter and a music producer got together, and they wrote this poem, and it was in the news only because they promise you it'll make you in a better mood, put you in a better mood. Now, I heard it. It's a very nice poem. I don't know if I feel much better after that's over, but, I guess I'm not concentrating on it like I should because I'm working here, but we'll play it again a little after 7 o'clock and have some fun with it. Hey, thank you very much, John Couture. Yay. Thanks for joining me. And I'll talk to you again because we're still talking about what's on different radio stations, about what's new on DVD and Blu-ray, and you still have that information and tucked away in your noggin. Hey, John, good luck with your future position there and hobnobbing with the stars and setting up meet and greets. What's that? Meet cutes with the stars. Meet cutes.
Yeah, back in the day, the meet cute. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, John, thanks a lot. I appreciate talking to me this morning.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on, Don.
Okay, bye-bye. John Couture, formerly of Ingram Entertainment, the biggest supplier of DVDs and Blu-rays to box stores across the country. He said even Blockbuster for one time. All right, so let's have some fun right now. Are you ready? All right, I got a family 4-pack of tickets to go see Tommy James and the Shondells coming to the Genesee Theater in Waukegan Saturday at 8 p.m. If you want to go now, you really have. If you're going to go, give a call right now. Okay, I'll take the first caller at 262-634-9756. 262-634-WRJN. That's 262-634-9756 or WRJN. That's the numeric version of it. And we'll give you tickets, a family 4-pack to see Tommy James and the Shondells, but only call if you're really going to use the tickets, okay? Because we don't want to waste them, okay? Family 4-pack. Go see Tommy James. And we'll have more to give away tomorrow, too, so if you didn't get through now. So just hold on. We'll get to the phones in just a moment here, okay?
Look at the way we gotta hide what we're doing. 'Cause what would they say if they ever knew? And so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. And then you put your arms around me as we tumble to the ground, and then you say, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only.
All right, congratulations to Jeff Schultz, a family 4-pack of tickets to go see Tommy James at the Genesee Theater. Beautiful theater. Yeah, you're going to love this. It's a good show. You're going to love this. And so we'll give more away tomorrow. We've got more tickets to give away. So keep it right here at WRJN. As a matter of fact, if I have some time, which I don't think I will, but if I have some time, I'll give some more away today. But I think tomorrow we'll probably give more away. It'll make more sense. All right. Sounds good. All right. Keep it right here. WRJN. Looks like a sunshiny day today with a high near 51. It's sunny now. What a beautiful day today. It's going to be nice tomorrow, too. Sunny with a high near 46. And the weekend looks sunny. I love it. All right. News coming up in just a moment.